Who's gonna win? Pacquiao or Margarito?
Margarito.
Alright. Who's that?
Fride.
No, this guy. Es puto Pacquiao. Así es.
Florida Keith One-Time Thurman.
Pacquiao's here, and he wants the challenge. Times change. I believe boxing has come to a new era. Floyd is gone. Pacquiao's here. Come July 20th, he will disappear. Okay? He will disappear.
Ilan lamang yan sa mga trash talker na binura ni Manny Pacquiao ang kanilang mga mukha. Tunay nga masasakit na salita ang inabot ni Pacquiao dito. Ngunit pagdating sa ibabaw ng lona, 1, 2, 3 kombinasyon ang inabot ng kanilang mga mukha. Kaya naman pagkatapos ng laban, para itong mga tupang walang kasalanan. Mga boss, Donaire versus Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. Tila nga nagkabastusan nung sila ay nag-face off. Mga boss, pati nga daw pamilya ni Donaire ay nadamay na dito. Kaya doon nagumpisang umalab itong si Donaire. Kaya pinatunayan ito ni Donaire pagdating sa ibabaw ng lona. At may mensahe pang iniwan itong si Vasquez kay NONITO Donaire na tila duwag nga daw ito. Mga boss, dumating na nga ang takdang panahon, February 2012. Nagharap na ito si Donaire at Vasquez para sa bakanting WBO Super Bantamweight title. Mga boss, ang kartada ni Wilfredo Vasquez Jr., 21 ang panalo, 1 talo, 18 ang knockout dito. Isa na ang Pinoy boxer na si Sunsuna ang tumapat kay Wilfredo. Pero hindi nakaisa ito, knockout ang inabot kay Wilfredo. Mga boss, ang panalo naman dito ni Donaire ay 27, may 1 talo. Knockout dito ay 18. Mga boss, naganap nga ang laban sa Alamo Dome, Texas, USA. At heto nga mga boss, dumating ang first round. Ito nga si Donaire ay gigil na gigil sa laban na gusto na yatang pabagsakin. Pero itong si Wilfredo ay kalmado lamang.
No, it seems to be this is probably where his weight is. But you know, Larry, it's so little different between the weight divisions. 122, 126, it's only 4 pounds. Unlike years back when it was like 126, next stop was 135. So to move from one division to another is really not that much nowadays.
Our measurements found Donaire to be 5'6", and Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. 5'5.5". So officially there's only a half-inch height difference between the two, and that's pretty much the way they look in there, I think. One of the things I love about Donaire, Emmanuel, is his clear focus and concentration. The way he always has his eyes fixed on the target, and he takes his time. He's patient.
That's a very good part, Jim. A lot of people underestimate the value of the eyes, concentration, keeping your balanced position. He does everything perfect. He's always at great position from balance, as well as his head and body position. And right now, his movement and speed, upper body speed and hand speed, is a little bit too much for Vasquez. Vasquez hasn't did anything yet, but he's going to open up in a moment. But he's
a student in Puerto Rico when some family situations, including the murder of his father's grandchild, forced him to make another decision. And for the first time, around in his late teens, he got into the ring, and his father made him work out for 1.5 years before he allowed him to have a fight.
Box numbers in the first round, Donaire was 11 of 44 and Vasquez was 7 of 29. Donaire landing, it appeared, the harder shots in the first round as well.
So Vasquez didn't throw too many punches the first round. He's fighting a very conservative, laid-back fight. I think he's intending to try to step it up as the fight goes on. But also he's having a problem with the fast counter punches, particularly of Donaire whenever he does punch.
Slip. And you saw Vasquez mugging at Donaire after Donaire hit him with a left hand shot to the body, and Donaire's response to that was to step up and hit him with the two-punch combination.
Yeah, well, trying to beat force with farce doesn't work very often.
Vasquez starting to unfurl his jab, but so far throwing one punch at a time. Obviously trying not to open himself up to Donaire's combinations.
Exactly, Joe.
There's actually a little mark under the right eye of Donaire.
Like a mouse. Another hard left-hand body shot. I haven't heard much about Donaire as a body puncher, Emmanuel, but he throws to the gut with passion.
Yeah, he punches with accuracy and power with any punch that he delivers. It's very, very accurate. And the thing right now, I think Vasquez, as he opens up more, which he's going to have to pretty soon because he's getting behind on points, he's going to leave himself open to get caught with power shots more.
Donaire on the belt line with the body shot. You saw between rounds that he's trained by one of the rising prominent trainers in the sport, Robert Garcia out of Oxnard, California. Garcia wasn't going to become one of the most illustrious trainers in the sport with fading talents like Antonio Margarito, but with somebody like Donaire. In the first 2 rounds, Vasquez has not really made the effort to be on the same page with Donaire in terms of punches thrown and landed. He's waiting.
You see Donaire start jab, but he's not really driving hard jabs. He's trying to get Vasquez to start jabbing back at him. And as soon as Vasquez starts get into his jabbing game with him, then he tries to sneak a fast right hand over top.
Earlier in the round, Emmanuel, we saw Donaire lead with a left hook. It'll be interesting to see if he does that again. If you're going to lead with a left hook, you have to have the footwork to get in position to do that. Roy Jones could do it. Floyd Mayweather can do it. And now we know that Donaire can do it, too.
Donaire can do it, too. He's one of those very gifted athletes, very well coordinated. I call him, remind me of a gymnastic in terms of coordination and strength.
Now he's giving Vasquez a different look, dropping his hands. And he rips Vasquez with a left hook lead. And there was a perfect example. Can he finish him now?
He's trying to land that uppercut through the center.
Yes, it's going to take an uppercut if Vasquez is going to guard that way. Vasquez gets out of the corner and kind of grins as if that's a victory.
Well, that sudden imitation of Sergio Martinez ended with a clean left hook that led to that barrage in the corner.
It's amazing that he did so much damage to Vasquez with a punch that I don't think was even that clean. It just shows how much power that he has for a small fighter.
Well, he's fighting small powers of fighters, Emmanuel. Why is that so exceptional for a little guy if he's fighting another little guy?
But see, you don't see small fighters punching with that type of power. They're just very unusual. I mean, his knockouts are devastating. In fact, one of the most devastating punches I would say in boxing. And normally that should be with the heavyweights or middleweights or something.
Well, we always talk about how you get hurt most by the punches you don't see coming. I think Vasquez was looking for a jab, and when Donaire ripped him with
his leg, uses his full balance and with it from his legs. Same with it, Nassim Hamed used to punch.
Yeah, that was a little bit like Prince Nassim. Donaire 14 out of 40 in that round. Vasquez 3 out of 25. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim, I got a 3-0, 30-26 NONITO Donaire. Jim, I gave him an extra point in round 3 when he almost knocked out Vasquez. But I gotta tell you, I ain't seen a top-notch fighter fall for a feint like that in a long time. I mean, he did a monkey imitation, and then he hit him with a bullshit left hook from God knows where. And Vasquez fell for it and almost got knocked out. I mean, it's unbelievable the power that this kid's got. First 2 rounds, Donaire won easy because Vasquez is not doing nothing. 3-0, NONITO Donaire.
There's a mouse under Vasquez's left eye now. Vasquez is starting to land his jab as Donaire acknowledges by nodding at him.
Well, Donaire, he gives off the vibe that he really wants to make a statement impression here. And I think that Vasquez gets the vibe and trying to figure out how to counter it and deal with it. And the way he's lowering his hands here insolently, as though inviting Alvarez to try something.
Vasquez,
sorry.
These uppercuts are short, tight, and hard.
Yes, it's, you know, the more that Vasquez starts opening up and punching back, the more he's going to get caught. Even when he lands a punch, he doesn't land with the authority or the speed that Donaire lands his punches with.
Donaire holding the right glove open as though to parry Vasquez's
exactly
punches.
what he's doing. Yes, he's trying to parry and then counter punch with the same hand that he parries with sometimes. And it takes great coordination to be able to do that.
Showing off his head movement.
It's as though Donaire has abandoned the idea of just breaking down Vasquez and is looking to land one punch that would lead to a dramatic close.
Double jab, right cross combinations from Donaire so fast. Vasquez, pretty good fighter, keeps sticking that jab in there. Getting a little bit more resolute in this round after having been out of the first 3, but it's another left hook from Donaire. NONITO Donaire was 9 years old when he was brought,
etc. And so the expectation, did you live up to expectations or even exceed them?
And for everyone who's been so excited about the prospect of what Donaire can do at featherweight, for instance, at 126, did his inability to knock out Vasquez raise questions?
To the winner by split decision, the Filipino Flash, NONITO Donaire!
At yan na nga mga boss, natatalo ang mga trash talker na kagaya ni Wilfredo. At mga boss, ito din ba kaya ang gagawin niya kay Casimero? Dahil si Casimero ngayon ay sikat na sikat sa Amerika dahil sa kanyang mga pagsasalita na hindi kaaya-aya sa pandinig nitong si NONITO Donaire. At syempre mga boss, ito namang si Casimero ay dito na nasanay sa mga trastukan dahil talagang dito siya sanay. Ito namang si Donaire, parang batang umiiyak. Nagsumbong sa kanyang tatay na kalbo. At kaya nga mga follower ni Casimero, sinabihang bubo. At hanggang dito lang ulit tayo mga boss. Signing off. Maraming salamat.